Audi is back on the road. Not without issues, of course. Coolant reservoir that I bought off eBay has a crack in it, and when it gets hot, it likes to shoot coolant out of the bottom of it. Sealed this up, if you saw in the last video. Got this all put back together. Everything's good over here, making good boost. No exhaust leaks. Sounds awesome. Someone's getting it over there. Ordered a new coolant reservoir. You love to see it because I ordered another cheap-ass coolant reservoir, so of course, you know, it's damaged because that's eBay for you. Decided to part ways with the Altima project. I just don't care about it anymore. So if you know anybody who's looking for a 5-speed Altima transmission or a transverse VQ transmission, I've got 2 VQs. One here with blown head gaskets, another one over there with headers and, you know, all the good bits. Pulled the radio out. It's just a cheap little bin. Saved me a couple bucks though. I'm gonna install that in the wife's Jetta because she doesn't have Bluetooth. Yeah, I got these tires I gotta get mounted on the back of the Audi. I'm running bad old ass tires there. Pull out these speakers up here because these are aftermarket speakers. That came with like 10, 12 feet of nice ass speaker cable with fuses. Got 2 nice, pretty thick gauge wire. Could use it to relocate some batteries or run some fan power or something. So that's a nice little snag there. That's a lot of copper. That stuff's expensive.
It's charged, but he does all things at a hospital.
Today I wanted to sit down with you guys and talk about something called Project Creep. If you're a creative person, you're always trying to find the next project, the next big idea, the next thing that's different that other people are not doing. I'm kind of new to this, so oftentimes I'm a little overconfident in my abilities sometimes. That's how we end up in a situation like we did with this Altima. I had somebody that I was going to take on in a apprenticeship capacity. I got a lot of reassurances from this person. Be involved from start to finish. That did not happen. Needless to say, they were struggling underneath the weight of it. Just tried to do the best thing as a friend and mentor and just take it off their hands. Thought maybe I could make a quick flip out of it. All told on the car, we're about $1,300 into it. But that is $1,300 that I do have to try to make back. I'm gonna be junking this body. It's a really clean body. I hate to see it go, but the reality is that Altimas are a dime a dozen. The only thing that was really appealing about it was the 5-speed transaxle and the big VQ 35 V6, which is, you know, still a great engine, still a great platform, you know, nothing against it, just it's not what I enjoy, and it's not in my wheelhouse of what I would normally build for myself. But I just saw a nice opportunity, tried to help a friend out, and here's where we're at. The plan moving forward is just kind of to start deprioritizing a lot of things that don't move the needle on projects that I actually care about. Not just, you know, my Audi and my truck, but my personal projects around the house. You know, I am a homeowner, maintain all of my vehicles myself. I don't go to any mechanics or any shops or anything outside of stuff that I just actually cannot do myself. Not even really about money at the end of the day, because as I've started to get older, when I was young in my 20s, you know, money was everything, and money kind of set the course for the build. Now that I'm older and I'm capable, and I can kind of fab up and create a lot more stuff, I don't need to rely so much on money. It would have been nice to make $5 or $6 grand off this car, but again, that's only after 40 hours of my personal time being dumped into it to get it to that point. It would require significant investment to the tune of at least another $1,000 to get it roadworthy and up to the standard that I would feel comfortable asking the price that I would like to ask for it. Sunk cost fallacy kind of deal. Just because you made a mistake or maybe didn't think things through doesn't mean you have to like commit to it to the point of hubris.
Yeah, what up? We're back again in the same fucking t-shirt as always. Got some stuff going on, so we're gonna go over what we're doing today. So this is getting put back down. I got the front core support put back on. I kind of got it put back together for the most part. I got to put the calipers back on, do some cleaning up around here, babysitting other people's children, can't stand it. Got these side skirts for the Audi that I've had up in my rafters forever. Pulled them down the other day. I was just trying to get them cleaned up. I ordered these S4 trim pieces so that we can get it kind of looking a little bit nicer. I also got these front bumper caps, but I don't know, they all look kind of junky. They need some paint, and I accidentally ordered the wrong one, so that sucks. So yeah, another productive Monday. Got the Altima kind of buttoned back up for the most part. Got the wheels back on. All the engine's kind of just tucked away. Now we're gonna just lower it down for the first time in a couple months, and we're gonna just make sure she doesn't fall apart. Back on the ground, and soon to be the fuck out of my hair. Okay, so I'm just charging up this battery so that I can hook it up to this car, so that I can roll up this window and that window, because you know, I'm a nice guy like that, and you know, I don't like sending cars off to the junkyard with open windows, you know, because that's pretty rude. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this trickle charger on it, and we're gonna charge her up. And I think I'm gonna hold on to this as a spare for the Audi, because you know, fucking good old battery, nothing wrong with it. All right, and on that note, I have my garage back, and how exciting of a feeling is that? She's all out here, she's all wrapped up. I nabbed myself a few goodies before I pulled her out. I got these nice 6x9 speakers that don't fit in any of my cars, but maybe I can sell them or something. I got these nice Polk audio joints. They look a little crusty and old. Got my ratchet stuck to the back of there. That's not good. See, I got these old speakers. I don't know. They look kind of crusty, but we're gonna throw them in. The speakers in my Silverado are blown, so having some new speakers would be pretty cool. All right, so I just buttoned up my door. I just did some work on my Silverado. Hey, look at that. I swapped out those cheap speakers that I had with these, because I had these inside of this and I didn't even know it, but when I pulled the door off, they were literally just rattling there. And then I tested the two, comparing these Polk audio versus these Kenwoods, and these Kenwoods sound like dog ass. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side now. And also huge for me. Okay, so look at this. Boom, reaching inside, door latch. My door opens from the inside now. What an upgrade. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's a blue sky. Haven't seen one of those in like 3 days because of these wildfires. Anyways, we got this pulled down the driveway. All nice and clear now. And we're just gonna go ahead and send her off today. Bye, Altima. It was nice. But bigger and better projects are on the horizon. As you might notice, there's no Altima here. It's because today is the day. We're finally getting the truck up there, and we're gonna work on it. Stay tuned. Okay, driveway's clear, swept. Got the front of the garage cleaned out. Set up my table so that I can start cleaning and, you know, having everything organized. Got all my parts. And my garage is not as clean as I want it to be, but what else is new? Workbench is an absolute mess. I gotta drag out my welder and other assorted goodies. Music's blasting. Everything's ready to go. I'm gonna go pull over the truck, but first, I think I'm gonna go get myself some caffeine and a soda, maybe. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna start digging into it. Got my Red Bull, got my Coca-Cola. Sponsor me. I do a whole bunch of nothing. I balance a full-time job, hobbies, and being a father, so sponsor me, Red Bull. We're gonna go ahead and start with just taking the top end apart. We're gonna let everything kind of cool down a bit, spark coil system is just going to get pulled off entirely. I want to kind of clean up these rails so that I can get to the valve covers, replace those gaskets. If we look down here, kind of hard to see, but we've got a 10 mil there, 10 mil over here, 10 mil there, 10 mil right there, and a 10 mil right there. And then this whole assembly should just hypothetically come right up. Okay, so we're making pretty good progress so far. I got the driver's side valve cover off. We're just looking at the rockers, inspecting them. They feel pretty good. I don't see anything that stands out, looks like it needs any attention, so we're just gonna keep moving. All right, I got the valve cover back on with the gasket. I'm kind of just taking it a little bit at a time. I got my first 2 exhaust bolts out. These ones came out pretty easily, but there's still the broken one on this end, and then on the far end there's another broken stud, so those are going to need to be nut welded and extracted. But I think first things first, I should probably get that cat down there cut so that I can pull the headers up through the top possibly. All right, driver's side header is out. If you can look in here, I can't see very well, but there is absolutely no honeycomb material in there. So this it's basically a hollowed out chamber. A couple, probably about a year and some change ago, this was all clogged up and it was causing my truck to run really poorly. So I had drilled a hole and I basically just hollowed out this by just beating it up with a wire hanger. And it turns out that over the years of driving, it's literally just completely hollowed itself out. So that means all of my honeycomb material is probably in my exhaust system somewhere, but that's another problem for another time. So got this cut. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off that old cat. I'm gonna get this new one installed. So the one thing that I had hoped to be the case is the case, and that's really awesome news. So if you look down here at these exhaust studs, they are not flat. The broken ones are not broken flush into the head. So that means welding nuts on there should be pretty easy, and then extracting them should be pretty straightforward. So I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping it just goes smoothly. We can just get these out nice and easily. First broken bolt extracted, one more to go. God, I love having a welder. Just makes everything so much easier. I'm almost gonna die trying to get into this freaking engine bay, but yep, first one came out, no issue. Love to see it. So now we just gotta try to get that other one out. I've been letting it cool down. Hopefully it comes out as easily as the first one did. That's the last one out on the driver's side. We got it out. Cleaned up that last one back by the firewall was a major pain in the ass, but we got them all out of there. We're gonna have to get some new spark plug boots because I already managed to break 2 of them, so that's always good. It was this one here. Yeah, the little metal thing came out, and also came out on the other ones. So, oh yeah, this one broke. So I'm gonna go order some new spark plug boots. Hopefully they just have them in stock at the parts store. I kind of want to clean this stuff up, but now that I'm thinking about it, I just want to get this stuff done. You know what I mean? So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut this cat out. We're gonna weld in that new one, and we're gonna drop everything back down in there and see how it lines up. We'll just start with some tack welds, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we're starting to gain some momentum here. I got that old cat cut off. I'm mounting up this new catalytic converter. It's all clean and pretty. We're gonna go ahead and get under here. We're just test fitting for right now, but let's see how we're looking. That slides on there real nice. Oh, too nice. And then that slides over that really nice. Got a little bit of a gap. Kind of gotta find a sweet spot for it where it's all, everybody's happy. But I'm not seeing too much of a problem. It'll be a little bit of a gap there, but that's okay. That's what welding rod is for. Other than that, everything sits real pretty up here. It's a little shorter than I'd like because you can see the gaps right there, but we'll just pull it that way, and then we got a nice little lip there that we can fill. Should go together pretty quickly from this point on, at least for the driver's side. Passenger side is a little tighter, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, so I got some ugly tack welds on there. Probably, yeah, you can see I got some ugly tack welds on there. I'm gonna go ahead and I almost lit myself on fire. That's awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and just remove the bolts from the top. We're gonna slide that whole assembly out, and we're gonna just hopefully just weld everything together, and then it's just a matter of getting around that back seam, which, because it's down so low, shouldn't be an issue with the welder, and we'll get her done. All right, so in the words of Trevor from Motion Auto TV, here's my bag of shit. You know, my big old booger ugly welds, but you know, we're gonna go ahead and take the old jegs and we're gonna just run around the whole thing once. We're gonna fill that gap. I'm not super happy about that huge gap there, and then there's a spot where it's a little close, like there. That's gonna be a little sketchy, but we'll be all right. I'm gonna go around this. This will be nice and easy, and then it's just a matter of slapping it all back together. I think this is a good point to wrap up today. I basically got everything stitched back together. I got it started up. Still has a code for the oxygen sensor, but to be fair, that oxygen sensor could have been bad before I even started. I haven't checked the codes in quite a while, but she sounds great. Idle's awesome. It's so quiet now. Seems like it has a good amount of power again. Getting those leaks fixed up definitely made a big difference. It's much more enjoyable to drive now. The idle is much smoother. The RPMs drop faster, so maybe we can work on it more next week. So it's been like 2 weeks since I worked on this thing. I ended up only doing the driver's side because this isn't Jay Leno's garage, and you know, I just don't feel like it. Audi's been running okay. Got really hot today on the way home from work. Had to do some stop and go traffic, and just with the road work, the extra fare traffic, and just the generally diminished driving skills of the average modern commuter, it took a beating because it was just really slow, and she does not like slow, low airflow. So I'm planning on doing the other side of this soon, along with some other modifications. As it stands right now, on the driver's side, there is a seized O2 sensor upstream that's not working, and then the downstream O2 sensor, because I decided to put an anti-fouler in it like a stupid person, it's the anti-fouler seized in the pipe, so I gotta, you know, get that out, extracted somehow. We'll get there. I'll make sure that I record it for you guys, but anyways, I'm not gonna focus on any of that this weekend because we're going camping. Can you get it? It's in neutral? Okay. Yeah, we can just try to... We might have better luck. Let's push it this way so we can get off this lip here, and then we'll get some momentum. Sound good? I don't want to push on there. Yeah, don't overdo it.
It won't start, or what's going on?
Yeah.
Yes. It won't start?
It's out of gas.
It's out of gas?
Yeah. Yeah, I think if we just get some momentum, we could probably push him back up. Here. There we go.
You want to leave it in the driveway?
Yeah, let's just get it past the sidewalk. That should be good. You want to just try to throw it in the park? Yep, there you go. Perfect. Awesome.
You're all set? Okay.
You guys take it easy.